Hey everybody, welcome to Live at 5. My name's Jack. As always, this is...
Hello, I'm Jake.
Jake. There we go. Welcome to Live at 5 here at Island Music Company. That means it is Thursday, it is 5 o'clock, and we have guitars to talk about. So, before we get to guitars though, we're going to pause a little minute and get into something else here real quick. I just want to give a reminder to everybody that this Saturday is our Stringjoy Restring launch party. Come on in while supplies last and get a free set of Stringjoy strings, either for your acoustic or your electric. And while those, are here for a while, we do have some for sale. So if we run out of the free ones, just buy some others. And what's going to happen is you're going to grab some Stringjoy strings, and we will restring one guitar for you for free. So decide if you want to do your acoustic or your electric, but come on down this Saturday, grab some Stringjoys from us, and we'll get your guitar restrung for free. It's a great way to test out a new string if you've never used them, or maybe you're a big fan of Stringjoy and you just want to get your guitar restrung. This is a cool way to do it. So a free restring this Saturday, as long as you're getting Stringjoy strings from us here at Island Music Company. That's all. Just come on in on Saturday, get your strings, and we'll get you set up. We have a guitar, a used 1990 made in Mexico standard Strat that I also souped up with a bunch of the FU tone upgrades for the block, the springs, and the claw. The guitar has so much sustain and projection to them, but I also added some Stringjoy signature 1048s to it. Great tension across the board, sounds great, it's doing well. So come on in and test that out if you want to get an idea of how the strings feel. I have an acoustic at home that has the acoustics on there. I'm going to try to bring that in on Saturday if I can remember, so you guys can play that too and get a feel for them as well. So, Stringjoy Restring launch party this Saturday during our normal business hours here at Island Music Company. We're going to wrap up the stringing around 4 o'clock. You can still drop your guitar off and get some Stringjoys if you want to do that, but around 4 o'clock is when we're going to stop promising the same day restrings, just because it could be a little busy. All right, got that out of the way. We'll talk about it again at the end as a refresher, but let's talk guitars. First off here, the lone wolf in the bunch, just because it's the only guitar that's not an Ibanez that we're talking about today. This is the EVH Striped Series Circles guitar. This one is the only guitar in the Striped series to have a satin finish, no high gloss or anything like that, but otherwise everything's still the same. It is a quarter sawn maple neck. It is an alder body. It uses the Wolfgang pickup, the EVH Floyd Rose bridge. Everything else on there is all the same. So if you're familiar with the Striped series, you know it's an awesome Strat style shredding guitar. You know that the Wolfgang pickup gives you everything you want for days. The EVH Floyd Rose bridge with the D-Tuna, of course. The only thing that's different is the new artwork design. So the Circles guitar is really cool. Very on brand for EVH. Got 2 of them here in stock right now, and I believe, Jake, are they listed online?
They are listed online. This photo. The photo of each of them should be up this weekend.
All right, cool. Very good. And I am not the EVH expert here. Keith is, but Keith was letting us know that this guitar was originally used on the Fair Warning tour, or did he say album? Tour. The Fair Warning tour. He said tour. So yeah, little piece there, and the satin finish kind of makes it more true to the handmade type finishes and everything that you would get from Eddie's guitars that he was working on. So yeah, the EVH Stripe Series Circles guitar in stock now at Island Music Company. As you know, we're always going to carry a good variety of the EVH brand, and that's just another piece to that arsenal. That has a 12 to 16 inch radius neck for anyone that's wondering. Let's see. All right, so moving on. Right here is the Yvette Young Talman guitar from Ibanez, the YY20. They also make one called the YY10. Or no, this is not, is this the 20? What am I looking at? Yeah, the YY20. The YY10 has 3 single coil pickups. The YY20 just has the 2. This is the, what do they call it? The orange creamsicle finish?
Orange cream sparkle.
Orange cream sparkle. I like creamsicle better. That's a better. Orange creamsicle sparkle is what I'm going to call it.
All right.
Just why not? If you're not
Changing the listing now.
Change it right now. Tell Ibanez, give them a call, say we're changing the name of this guitar. If you're not familiar with Yvette Young, you should really check out her band. She plays guitar in a band called Covet, and if you like progressive shredding math rock style type music, that's right up your alley. She's a killer guitar player. This guitar gives you plenty of feel for that. It comes set up in an awkward tuning. So if you pick this guitar up off the wall and you tune it to standard, please don't, because you're going to want to grab one of us or our technician to set it up for you. This guitar comes tuned in FAC GBE. So Covet plays all kinds of finger tapping and, like I said, very like progressive math rock style stuff. So this is what that is tuned for. It's what it's set up for. If you like that, that's great. This is the perfect guitar for you. If you want it set up in standard and you're just looking for a nice stage-ready gigging guitar, this is also that guitar. It's, what was I looking at? The maple neck, 12-inch radius. It has Goto hardware, so that's for your bridge and saddles, but also your locking tuners at the top. An alder body, and it has the Seymour Duncan Alnico 2 Pro single coil pickups. We have a few Ibanez guitars to talk about today, which is cool. I love Ibanez. They make some fantastic stuff. Everything across the board. Whether you're professional or you're just getting into it, Ibanez is a brand that we all pretty highly recommend and really like here at Island Music. So I highly recommend checking out the YY20 from Ibanez, the Yvette Young signature. We're going to move over here to the Pat Metheny. These always sell really quick. I believe we have two. And they'll probably both be gone by Monday. These are phenomenal guitars. Ibanez is the only brand I can think of that is well known for hard rock and metal, but also jazz. There's no one else that really covers that range and variety as much as these guys. They do it all. It's a phenomenal brand of guitars, and everything they do is phenomenal. So that's why I was like, hey, let's just talk about these handful of Ibanez guitars. The Pat Metheny, the model number is the PM200. This guitar is a all maple body. It's an African mahogany neck, 12-inch radius. It has a silent 58 humbucker, and made in Japan. And you know how I feel about guitars made in Japan. I'm for them. I love them. Everything that comes out of Japan guitar-wise is a phenomenal guitar. I personally own a 50-year-old Japanese-made Yamaha acoustic. It's just subpar as far as the quality of the wood goes, but it sounds and feels amazing. I'll never get rid of that guitar. Pat Metheny is, if you're not familiar with him, he is a jazz virtuoso. The guy's incredible. Everything, like, I'm not a huge jazz guitar guy. I'm not really into that kind of stuff myself personally. But when you listen to Pat Metheny, it opens up all kinds of interest and likeness into the genre that you might not have found before. And all does that here with this guitar. Another hint and drop of knowledge from Mr. Keith Grasso. He was telling us that, did he remember who he said?
I don't
remember who he said. Paul Gilbert. He said Paul Gilbert was recording an album and he used this guitar for one of the solos, and he actually put a microphone in the F-hole. So it's a pretty cool piece right there. The Pat Metheny PM200. Like I said, these do not last very long. Jake, is that listed online yet?
Oh yeah, yeah,
that is online.
Yeah,
okay.
Everything that you are showing should be listed.
All right, so the Pat Metheny 200 PM200 is available online. If that's what you're looking for, like I said, they don't last long. Both of them will probably be gone by Monday, so make sure you at least check it out. Come in and play it if you get the chance. You won't want to miss that. It's a really phenomenal guitar. Standing right behind me here, good old Satriani. Let's see, this one. I never learned the model number for his because I always just look at it like, oh, that's a Satriani. Yeah, the JS2480 in Muscle Car Red. Muscle Car Red is probably the color I've always identified when it comes to the Satriani models. I know there's been all kinds of interesting colors, models, and paint schemes over the years. You get the chrome, the gold.
Yeah, I was going to say the chrome always crossed my mind.
Yeah. That gold one we have now is really cool. I don't know if that's sold yet, but we had the gold one for a little bit. And then remember years ago when he did all the hand drawing ones? They did like a really limited batch, and each guitar had whatever artwork he came up with. Those are really cool too. It has a Sustainiac driver in the neck, the Saturate humbucker in the bridge. What is that? The Edge tremolo, I believe. Yeah, it's from Ibanez, so yeah. Yeah, the Edge tremolo. the Satriani profile neck. It is a 3-piece Bubinga neck. Very cool. Like I said, and this also made in Japan. So, you know, again, how I feel about Japanese-made guitars, I love them. Can never get enough of guitars made in Japan. There's just something about that quality and that craftsmanship that comes from over there that just can't be beat. It's unmatched. It's a phenomenal craftsmanship. I talked about it a few weeks ago when we were talking about the Alvarez when they do the Yairi.
Oh yeah.
The Yairi. If you see me motioning this way, I'm looking at Jake. They do the Yairi factory, and just the fact that all those necks on an Alvarez Yairi, I'm messing it up. I'm saying it too much. I'm getting in my head. All those necks on those guitars are hand carved. Some of those craftsmen have been there for the whole 50 years that they've been making those guitars. Phenomenal stuff. I'm just looking around real quick because there's a lot of stuff up here right now. Like, there's a lot of stuff up here. Let's go over some of the stuff that's just hanging out.
All right, no promises on that.
Well, yeah, some of these things might not be listed online. Like, for example, we got a used Strymon Big Sky. If you're looking to add all kinds of ambient reverbs and modulations, you know, modulated reverbs and all that kind of stuff to your rig, can't go wrong there. That's a classic. It's been around for a while, but everyone loves it. What are we looking at here? Let me grab some of these. I thought I saw... Oh, there it is. This is great for everyone watching from home. You're like, man, this mystery voice. Oz speaking to us right now. If you're going to buy the Big Sky, what good is the Big Sky without the Timeline? This is a classic combination, classic duo. You would want both of these if you're really getting into it. They pair well together. Strymon knew what they were doing when they were voicing these pedals up. So you've got the Timeline delay, Big Sky reverb. Also down here we have a Ibanez Mini Tremolo. And these are all used pedals I'm showing you, by the way. The Mini Tremolo, you have wave and speed and your depth knob. Oh, and then if you have like a Phillips screwdriver, you can go in, you can adjust the level output on the side with the Mini function there. And then this is one of the most classic delay pedals of all time. This was a huge seller for a while, and it kind of dropped down, but I love it. It's still a classic. It's something I definitely recommend to a lot of people when they're looking for analog delays, is the Carbon Copy. What's great about the Carbon Copy is you have a mod switch we don't see on a lot of delays. You have your delay, your mix, you know, kind of determines how much of it you're really getting out of it in the regen knob. Carbon Copy analog delay. It's a classic. We got a used one. And then down here, got a couple Fenders waiting to get pictures and get uploaded. We have a 75th Diamond Series Anniversary Made in Mexico Strat. That is in near mint condition. Even has the plastic on the back of the guitar still. Very cool. And then while we're on the topic of used Fenders, we have an American Performer Strat, and then I think what's this, the Honeyburst, is that what they called it? Yeah, Honeyburst. Plastic on the back plate. Very cool. If you're not familiar with the Performer series, the American Performer kind of falls in between the Player Plus and the Professional series. It's kind of like your entryway into a USA-made Fender. Very cool. Again, I'm just firing off different things I see laying around over here. We have an Ampeg, Rocket Bass Amp 210, a Yamaha CK61. Looks like we have an Orange TH30. So there's all kinds of stuff up here. And it's just waiting. So we'll get it up here uploaded soon. I might post some pictures to the social media this week, just be like, hey, here's some used stuff that's just chilling, hanging out, hasn't made it to the website yet. We'll see if anything you guys are interested in. Something also doing right now, can't believe I almost forgot about it, Jake.
What?
Right now, through the 27th, is our spring sale. It's not spring cleaning, it's a spring sale. So we're doing 10% off the entire store, minus the 15th anniversary Taylor acoustic guitars. Not to be confused with their anniversary, they are our 15th anniversary models. We still have a couple. We got some fresh ones in stock. So a sale doesn't apply to those, but if you're looking at, you know, QSC speakers, Rickenbacker guitars, you've been looking at getting a new bass amp. Maybe there's something used here that you've had your eyes on. Well, these kind of sales are the ones that we even discount the used gear. So that's until the 27th. Come on in and grab some gear that you might be looking for. It's a pretty good deal. And then early next week, I'm going to Martin Guitars. I'm going to hang out with the custom shop at Martin, and I'm going to build a guitar specifically for our store. And that'll be here. I forget what their length on things is at the moment, but I'm real excited for that. So thank you for Martin for allowing me to come up and hang out and check out what you guys do up there and how to put that together. So let's rewrap the guitars we talked about, and then we'll talk about the String Joy Day again. We had the Pat Metheny PM200, all maple body, African mahogany neck, silent 58 humbucker, the jazz guitar of jazz guitars, so to speak. Ibanez also does the George Benson models. I think we have a couple of those coming in soon too. Then over here to the, well, I guess both of our rights now that I'm looking this way. This is the JS2480 in the muscle car red. The Satriani has the Sustainiac driver in the neck, the Saturate humbucker pickup in the bridge. Phenomenal guitar, also made in Japan. I love a guitar made in Japan. Very much worth it. The Yvette Young YY20 from Ibanez with the Seymour Duncan Alnico Pro 2 pickups. Maple neck, alder body, Goto hardware. And like I said, check out her band Covet. They're a phenomenal group, and you can't go wrong with what they're doing there. It sounds really good. That's the kind of music you want to listen to on the windows down, nice weather kind of day. Very cool stuff. It might make you speed a little bit, so be careful. We had the used pedals we talked about, Carbon Copy, Tremolo Mini, Timeline, Big Sky. And then this Saturday is our String Joy Restring launch party. Come on in the Island Music, get a fresh set of String Joy strings, limited supply of free strings, and then we've got them for sale, but all of them qualify you to get one guitar restrung for free. So we're very excited for that. And then last but not least, we'll head back here. This was the Stripe Series Circle guitar, the Circles from EVH. And yeah, the only thing different on this is the satin finish and the new artwork. So yeah, very excited for that. This was live at 5, and goodbye. We'll see you later.
See you.